Hi, welcome all. In this session, we are going to discuss about design of tension members. This is the unit 1 in the module 4. If we come to the tension members, the various sections used in the tension members are these things like angle section, T section, channel section, or it may be built up section. Built up section may be made by angle, T or channel section. Now, if we come to the member, these are the various tension members. Then if we come to the slenderness ratio is denoted by lambda. How we can define? Lambda is given by Le by R minimum. Le means effective length, R minimum means minimum radius of gyration. The slenderness ratio can be defined as it is the ratio of effective length to the minimum radius of gyration. Effective length here it is given by 0.85 times of L. Then here the condition is that the lambda should not be greater than 180 for the stresses due to other than the wind load. For the stresses due to wind load, it should not be greater than 350. For other than the wind load, these lambda value should not be greater than 180. These are the two conditions to be satisfied for this slenderness ratio lambda. Suppose if we took a tie or the tension member, a tie is also known as a tension member, it is a truss member. Here we come across bottom chord, then this one we call that one as top chord members, and in between we are going to get that one as intermediate chord members, bottom chord, top chord and intermediate chord members. Usually the load is going to act at the joints, at the node places, and it is subjected to the wind load also. It is subjected to the wind load. Why we are seeing this one? Because with respect to the lambda, it needs to satisfy two conditions. That is why we are seeing this is normal load, this is wind load. Then if we come to the tensile strength of the member, we are dealing with tension member, so it will be having the strength, we call that one as tensile strength. So, tensile strength of the member. In that first one, design strength due to yielding, or we also call that one as solid strength of the plate, solid strength or yield strength, that is given by TDG equal to AG into Fy divided by gamma m naught. It is given in page number 32. AG means gross area, Fy is 250 Newton per millimeter square, gamma m naught is 1.1. Then second one, design strength due to rupture or for plates, TDN, that is equal to 0.9 into AN into FU divided by gamma m1. It is also given in page number 32, where AN is given by B minus N into DH plus summation of PS square plus 4G overall thing multiplied by T. These are all the things we already studied in the bolted connection, where PS is the staggered pitch, G is the gauge distance, DH is nothing but what? Diameter of the bolt hole, B is nothing but width, N is nothing but number of bolts in the failure pattern. Next, third one, under tensile strength, the third one, rupture strength for angle, that is given by TDN, that is given by 0.9 into ANC into FU divided by gamma m1 plus beta into AG naught into Fy divided by gamma m naught. It is given in page number 33, where beta is given by 1.4 minus 0.076 small w by t into Fy by Fu into Bs by Lc it should be less than or equal to Fu by gamma m naught divided by Fy by gamma m1, then it should be greater than or equal to 0.7. Now, we come across so many terms here, let us understand that one. Assume the angle section is connected to the gusset plate. Aitha, whichever the leg is connected to the gusset plate, that leg we call that one as connected leg, and the remaining leg we call that one as outstanding leg. The connected leg, the leg which is connected will be the connected leg, the free leg will be the outstanding leg. The thickness of the angle section is T and the width of the outstanding leg is small w. Then from the extreme edge up to the bolted connection, the length will be WL. Then it is bolted connection, it is welded connection, where BS is nothing but shear lag width. BS is given by W plus WL plus T, W plus WL plus thickness of the angle plate for bolted connection. For welded connection, BS is nothing but W. Okay. Then LC is the least distance between outermost bolt. LC is the least distance between outermost bolt. Suppose if it is a bolted connection from this bolt to this bolt, nothing but outermost bolt, center to center distance, we call that one as LC in case of bolted connection. In case of the welded connection, it will be the average of the welded length, that is, here we welded up to L1, here we welded up to L2. So, take the average L1 plus L2 by 2, that will become LC. So, then design strength due to black shear, it is the fourth step under tensile strength. Okay. Here we provided the member is attached to the another member, a plate is attached to the another member. By these are connected by using welded connection or bolted connection. If you are using the bolt, then from one chain of bolt to the another chain of bolt, we call that length as LT. This is the tension force. Okay. Then in the vertical direction, in the horizontal direction, from the extreme edge to the outermost bolt, center of the outermost bolt, we call that one as LV. Extreme edge to the center of the outermost bolt, we call that one as LV. Suppose if only one chain of bolt is provided, andre only one row is provided, then from center of the bolt to the top extreme edge, we call that one as LT. From the center of bolt to the bottom extreme edge, we call that one as C. From the extreme edge to the outermost bolt center, we call that one as LV. That is shown here, cut section. Then if only one chain of bolt is provided, from bottom to the center of the bolt, it is C. If two rows are provided, from bottom to first chain of bolt, it is A. From center to center distance between the two chains, we call that one as B. It is given in the page number 168 of SP6 part 1 steel handbook. Then if we come to the formula, this is important. The overall thing is concept. Now if we come to the formula, TDB is given by AVG into Fi divided by root 3 gamma m naught plus 0.9 into ATN into Fu divided by gamma m1, and it accompanies another formula. Whenever we are going to calculate, we need to calculate for both the things. TDB is also given by 0.9 into AVN into Fu divided by root 3 gamma m1 plus ATG into Fi divided by gamma m naught. It is also given in the page number 33. If you don't remember the formula, at least remember the page number, so you can get the formulas. So next, where in that formula ABG is the gross area parallel to the load, that is given by LV into T. AVN is the net area parallel to the load, that is given by LV into T minus bolt hole diameter. ATG is the gross area perpendicular to the load, that is given by LT into T. ATN is the net area perpendicular to the load, that is we come across LT into T minus bolt hole diameter. Therefore, once we calculated all the 4 steps, therefore tensile strength of the member is given by, till now we calculated TDG, TDN and TDB. The least value of these 3 will become the tensile strength of the member. That is all for this session. From the next session we will start with the numericals, and before going into that I will tell you one thing. In this particular module we come across 3 types of problem. They are, first one, tensile strength of member calculation, next design of tension member, then design of lug angle connection. These are the 3 types of problem we come across in this module. Thank you.